Hi folks, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really does help when you do that. So today folks, I've got a very interesting pedal to show you. Now over the years there's been certain types of pedal that I've never really got and haven't liked, but it turns out that the only reason I haven't liked them is because I've never played a really good version of one of those pedals, and as soon as I have, it's clicked and it's become one of my favourite effects. It was definitely the case for fuzz pedals, same with compressors, and over the years I've really struggled with EP preamp pedals, Echoplex type things. But today's pedal has taken me on a very similar journey and led me to really love that circuit, because this here is the EP-3 made by ClinchFX over in Australia, and this is a super accurate recreation of the old EP-3 Echoplex Preamp, loved by the likes of Jimmy Page and many other people. They would typically run their guitar through the Echoplex tape delay with the delay turned off, and the preamp would kind of give them a little bit of level but really fatten the sound out in a very pleasing way. And this pedal today does that impeccably well. Now, the real key to getting this circuit to sound right is twofold, really. Firstly, the voltage, because the old Echoplex preamp ran on, I think it was about 23 volts internally, something like that. Now, this pedal runs on a standard 9-volt power supply, and it takes that internally and ups it to about 17 volts. But you can run this on a 12-volt power supply. It ups that to about 23 volts, which is the happy place for this circuit. Now, if you haven't got a 12-volt supply free on your board, don't worry, it sounds pretty much the same running at 9. I will show you that at the start of the playing, but please don't think that if you've only got a 9-volt supply, it's not worth buying this pedal. It absolutely is. It sounds perfectly fine at 9 volts. You just get 2% extra running it at 12. But the second thing that's really key to get right is the certain type of JFET transistor that was found in the original units. And various manufacturers use various different sort of modern day recreations of that. But the version that Peter Clinch uses in this pedal is said to be as close as possible to the sound and the behaviour of the original JFETs. So it has one of those in here, and it really does sound very special. Now, I never knew this, but there was two versions of the EP-3 preamp circuit, a version 1 and a version 2. And basically the difference was version 1 was a little bit brighter, version 2 was a little bit darker and thumpier. Now, this pedal models both of them, because on the top here you get a little toggle switch, which is very well protected. You're not going to snap it off, but inside there you can switch between version 1 and version 2, so you can subtly change the voicing of this pedal. Now, the volume control here, it doesn't give you too much in the way of volume, like the original units didn't either. So you'll get a few dB of boost when you turn it all the way up, but more than anything, it just subtly changes and enhances your core sound. And as a result, you can run this in various different places in your rig for different effects. So you can run it first up as an always-on kind of buffer and line driver. You can run it right at the end of your rig before it goes into the amp. You can run it in the middle of your pedal board, pre-gain, post-gain, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try and show you all of those different applications today. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you what this sounds like running on 9 volts versus 12 volts. And as I said, there's very little in it. Unless you're A-Bing the audio recording, you'll never notice a difference, to be honest. And then I'm going to run this into a clean amp, a dimed amp, and also run it on my pedal board after an overdrive pedal to show you what it sounds like post-gain as well. So I'm really looking forward to putting this pedal through its paces today, folks. It's a very, very special sounding unit indeed. So without further ado, here we go. there we are, folks. Now, please do comment underneath. Let me know what you thought of the ClinchFX EP-3 today. I love chatting nerdy guitar stuff with you folks down in the comment section. But this is a very interesting sounding pedal, isn't it? It's not really a boost pedal. As I said in the intro, you can get a few dBs worth of boost out of it, but that's it. It's much more about how it subtly changes and enhances the tone. Now, I absolutely love being able to change between version 1 and version 2, because for me, I like bright, chimey, defined guitar sound, so I tend to live on version 1 most of the time. And I run this in the middle of my pedal board, both pre and post gain, kind of in the middle of my gain pedals. And I really like being able to choose between the two circuits, because I think version 1, whilst working for me most of the time, it sounds better into a cranked amp, so pre-gain. If you're running this post-gain, version 2 just kind of takes some of those razor highs off if you've got quite a bright, aggressive sound in a very nice way and fattens out the lows with a bit of extra level. I think version 2 for me works better post-gain, version 1 pre-gain. But having the option of both is very nice indeed. And you might have seen a couple of weeks ago I put out a song with my wide range Telecaster. I use this on pretty much all the guitar parts and the bass part, I think, in one way, shape or form, and it really does add that last few percent that takes a great guitar sound and makes it really special. But those are just my thoughts, folks. Please do comment underneath and let me know yours. I love hearing from you down in the comment section. So for now, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I hope this video was interesting and useful for you. Please do carry on subscribing. I know I always say it, but it makes a huge difference when you hit subscribe. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.